For the perfect weapon, one that blends power, style, and cutting-edge tech, then your search ends right here. Welcome back to Weopen Hub, where history meets firepower, and today, oh boy, we're stepping right into the deadly, adrenaline-pumping world of World War II snipers. Two legends, two icons, the Soviet Mosin Nagant and the German Kar98k. Which one ruled the battlefield? Which one would you trust with your life when every shot counted? Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Imagine it's 1943. Snow crunching under your boots, the cold biting through your gloves, and the enemy is somewhere out there, waiting. You raise your rifle, heartbeat pounding. Is it the rugged Mosin Nagant in your hands, the workhorse of the Soviet Red Army, or the sleek, deadly Kar98k, the pride of the Wehrmacht? Fear and excitement blend together, and in that frozen silence, one shot could change everything. Now, let's dig in and see what made these rifles legends. Let's start with the Mosin Nagant. This rifle? It's a tank. Simple, rugged, and reliable, like that old truck in your garage that never lets you down. Chambered in the 7.62 x 54 mm round, this bolt-action beauty packed enough punch to drop an enemy at over 800 yards. The Soviets loved it because it could handle the mud, the ice, the blood, and still fire true. And with a PU scope mounted on top, snipers like Vasily Zaitsev turned it into an absolute nightmare for German troops. Can you imagine lying in the snow for hours, waiting for that one perfect shot? Gives you chills, doesn't it? Now, slide over to the Kar98k, sleek, precise, German engineering at its finest. Chambered in 7.92 by 57 mm Mauser, the Kar98k delivered accuracy and smooth action that made it a sniper's dream. The scope optics were sharp, and in the hands of elite marksmen, this rifle was like a scalpel, clean, precise, deadly. The Germans knew that when you're hunting in the chaos of war, every shot has to count. And if you've ever worked a Kar98k bolt, you know how smooth that action feels. Almost satisfying. Seriously, if you haven't, what are you doing with your life? But here's where it gets interesting. While the Kar98k had the edge in precision, the Mosin Nagant had one big advantage. It was built like a brick. Drop it, bury it in mud, or freeze it overnight, it'd still fire. The Kar98k, though precise, needed a bit more care in the field. And in the brutal conditions of the Eastern Front, that could mean the difference between life and death. Which one would you pick, reliability or precision? Think about it. And let's not forget the emotional weight these rifles carried. For Soviet snipers, the Mosin wasn't just a rifle. It was a lifeline. Every pull of the trigger wasn't just survival. It was vengeance, a silent promise for fallen comrades. On the other side, German sharpshooters wielding the Kar98k carried the pride of a nation that demanded perfection. Every shot fired from these rifles told a story of fear,